What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode number 153 of Career Mode. We start today's episode off with a look at the league table halfway through the season, and we currently sit in 7th place, 2 points off United in that Europa League spot and 3 points off Chelsea in that Champions League spot. We're definitely going for the Champions League this year. Not sure we're going to get at. Our task is to get into the Europa League, so doing that is of course the priority, but getting into the Champions League, what a bonus that would be, eh? Doing Champions League football in the next season for Sunderland, but we'll have to wait and see. I personally don't think we're going to get Champions League, but fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed. We're touching the wood, as you can hear that, and yeah, hopefully we can get into the Champions League. But it is of course now January the 1st, so we can make some transfers. And this guy, Florent Couvelier, my word, how many times have I talked about him over the last few episodes? He is a wanted man, and I'm going to do everything possible to keep him at the club because he is a fantastic centre midfield player. Even if we have like a cash injection for the next season and we can invest in that centre midfield area, I'm still going to have him in the squad. He's a great player, only 26 years old, 80 rated, and like I say, some fantastic stats. He's a great passer of the ball, and if you play career mode and you're a sort of mid-table Premiership side, definitely pick him up. He's well worth the money. And yeah, we reject all of these bids. He's going to get a lot of bids this window, I know for sure. But here's a squad report. Courtois, 86 rated, what a signing he's been. Gazza now up to a 70. I think his kicking is like 94. Oh my goodness. And yeah, team looking very good. Still some players like Liam Mars, and there's like a centre back who's that guy there who's only like 5'10" that I want to get rid of. And you know, there's a couple of players that are pretty poor, and there's Blair Adams as well. Don't really want him at the club, so I'll try and look to shift them on in January. But it's still pretty hard to sell players, I've got to admit. You know, even though I've got all these players on the transfer list, they never seem to get bids. So fingers crossed they'll be able to move in January. But yeah, it's so hard to get rid of him. But also James McLean as well, would like to get rid of him because I just don't like him. He's not very good for me. But yeah, that's the squad report. And as I say, guys, don't forget, I know I say this all the time, but just wait for it, you know. Like, the squad report does come around every month, so you know, if you keep asking questions, then you know it's not going to affect anything. It does come at the start of every month. But also requested for some new funds. I changed the objective as well. I've never done that before, but I changed the objective to qualify for Champions League because I actually do believe that we can do it. It's going to be a big ask, but I believe we can do it. And with an extra 4.86 million in as well, I'm pretty sure we can do it. I accepted that as well. Just a little bit more money, not too much, but a little bit more money can hopefully pay for some a couple of new transfers and strengthen up the squad for the second half of the season. And yeah, Champions League qualifications in there. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure we can still finish 4th. So yeah, here's hoping. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. Here we go. And yeah, here we see us offer a straight swap for this guy, Rafael dos Santos. He's got 5-star skills. Got to love them 5-star skills. A straight swap for James McLean, who I said before I do not rate. And also this guy, another free agent I looked at. And yeah, hopefully try and get him into the club as well. This guy here, Lars Christian Jarstein, he is 6'8", and that's the reason I'm going in for this guy. Absolute machine at the back he could be. And I offered a straight swap for Dede. The reason I'm doing this is because he's worth the exact same as this guy. He's 7 years older than Jarstein, and he's only 2 or 3 ratings above. I'm pretty sure Jarstein can grow to a better potential than Dede's on at the moment. And also, as I said before, I really do not rate Dede. And as you can see there, he is 6'8" and an absolute machine at the back. So the new El Qatari, who knows? I don't know. But yeah, Florent Couvelier, once again, a transfer comes in. It's Sporting CP. We asked for 18.7 million. Not going to let him go for any less than 17 or 18 million because he's worth that much money. And if clubs don't see his valuation, then screw them. They can't witness his brilliance. But Milan also come back to us and say they're not going to go in for Couvelier. I think we asked for 20 million off them. They said no, your loss. And also SD Ponferradina wanted a bit more money for Rafael dos Santos, and I think I said no because, you know, McLean's not that bad. I don't rate him, but he's not that bad. But also Kivrak, that free agent centre midfielder, he wanted to understand the role of the club, so I just went ahead and offered squad rotation status. Oh no, I didn't. Sporadic first team player status. That's even worse. Wow. But yeah, also Mulder accepted the deal we made, straight swap for Dede for Lars Christian Jarstein. And like I say, this guy's 6'8" and could be a complete monster for us. So I'll be really pleased if we can get hold of him. And like I say, this team wanted a bit more for Rafael dos Santos, and I said no because we don't have too much money. I know we've got a bit more funds in, but we don't have too much money, and I'd rather not, you know, just spend it on sort of reserve players really. But the first game of the episode is against Aston Villa. I think there's only 2 games in this episode. Yeah, there is, so sorry about that. But we take on Aston Villa here at the Stadium of Light. Florian Cuvelier, once again, absolutely incredible. Finds Kiro Sorejo, chips the goalkeeper, so unlucky, it hits the bar. JJ can't get it in, neither can Cuvelier, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. So unlucky there from Kiro Sorejo. But just on the stroke of half-time, got a free kick here. Jethro Williams was going to take it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it to Andros Townsend, let him curl it in instead. And it proved to be a fantastic decision because Townsend swung it in. It came to Cuvelier, his header was saved, but there was Jethro Williams, so Williams scores, and it was a good decision to take him off the free kick taker duties, as Williams makes it 1-0 to Sunderland on the stroke of half time. But in the 90th minute we were holding on for the win here. It was only 1-0. Suso swings in a corner, Courtois flaps at it, Joe Riley heads it away, it comes to Benteke, his shot is blocked, but then it comes to Kieran Clark, and Clark puts the ball in off the post to make it 1-1. We couldn't hold on, unfortunately, we were so unlucky, and the game finishes 1-1, so we only get a point. We just couldn't hold on. We're so frustrated about that. I thought we were going to claim a big 3 points because Villa, as you've seen, are pretty damn decent on this game. Also got a transfer offer here for Patricio Fernandez. It's Lille for 5 million. Picked this guy up as a free agent last year. He's not that bad at all, to be honest. I know he's pretty small and not very strong, so he doesn't really fit the holding midfielder tagline, but even so, he's not a bad player anyway. But Kivrat comes in, so I thought with that in mind, we've got some decent centre midfields anyway in the reserve. So I thought, do you know what? If Lille come back to us and say that's a good deal, then I'll accept it. They actually say 7 million, so a million less than my valuation, but still not a bad deal for a player that is in the reserve. So 7 million, and he's on his way to France, and I think that's a good deal for us. And also, Lars Christian Jarstein accepts the deal. LKJ accepts the deal, and that means that Dede is on his way to Mulder, and we get this guy, and he, like I say, he looks pretty decent, so he's going to be a bit of a monster for us at the back with Manini. And the first game he's going to be thrown into is against Liverpool, and he's going to be man-marking Arnold Chevalier. How about that? As we take on Liverpool at Anfield. Of course, my first game at Anfield in the league. We did beat them here in the Capital One Cup, but that was with a backup side, playing a backup side. But Courtois would have to be on his game if we were going to keep a clean sheet here and get 3 points. And he made just a great save there to help us. But once again, we go on a counter here. JJ wins the ball. What a fantastic ball by Lamine JJ. Out wide to Kiro Sorejo. Down the right hand side, I see Andros Townsend on the UAV at the bottom of the screen. Kiro Sorejo picks him out, and Skin Him Towns makes it 1-0 to Sunderland. What a fantastic start for us. 21 minutes in, Andros Townsend, with no one celebrating with him, makes it 1-0 to Sunderland, and we were the better team for the whole of the first half here. Here you see Kiro Sorejo taking a quick free kick, finds Jim OK Sim, nice little turn to get round El Qatari, chips the ball over the Gea, but unfortunately hits the post. So unlucky there. With just a few minutes to go, Yunus Belanda picks up the ball here. We were defending so well. Justin was having a fantastic debut for us, but Chevalier comes through here, plays an inch perfect ball to Wilfried Zaha, who smashes the ball past Courtois on the half volley. Once again, we just couldn't hold on. The game finished 1-1, and again it's 2 points drop really, and that would have been an amazing result to get a win. A draw still not bad against probably the best team of all time we've made them into in the game, but even so, I was disappointed we couldn't get 3 points there. But a bid comes in for Courtois. It's 19.5 million from FC Bayern Munich, and we say no because he's just an absolute machine, and I don't want to get rid of him. And the last piece of business you'll see is us going for Ryo Miyachi here. Tried to sign him last year, we didn't have enough money, so hopefully we can sign him this year. With a swap deal with James McLean. Obviously we'll have to put a bit of money in as well, but you know, it's worth it because McLean's not that great, and Miyachi is of course an absolute machine on this game. But here you see us get some more money as well. We get 6 million of the 7 million deal. We agree with Lille to sell Patricio Fernandez, and a bid finally comes in for one of those players I don't need. It's Liam Mars. He's on his way to Sheffield United for no money whatsoever, but it's just about getting rid of these players that I do not need. But a transfer offer also comes in once again for Jethro Williams. We say no, and an international management offer comes in from Bulgaria, which I say no. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like, it really helps my channel, and I'll see you for another episode very soon.